Today we'll be ranking anime worlds I'll live in. We've all wondered how it would feel like to live in your favorite anime, and today we will be answering that. We have 5 different categories. At the very top we have the reincarnate me right now, and these are for worlds I would want to live in and are perfect for me. Under that we have the decent/okay. These are for worlds that are not bad or are similar to our current world. Next we have the meh category, which is for worlds that aren't too bad but they just have minor inconveniences. Fourth one is terrible, which is for anime worlds that are, you guessed it, terrible. And the final category is the I'd rather die category. Well, it's for anime worlds that I would rather die than go to. So I'll be rating this world with the mindset that I would be a random person, I'll be having no plot armor whatsoever, and I'll reincarnate as my regular self. Alright, we're starting off with the 7 deadly sins. If you're a regular person, you should be okay. Yes, there are demons and some other shit lurking around, but you have Meliodas and the rest of the 7 deadly sins to protect you. Same way, there are dangerous people in our world lurking around, but we have the military protecting us. As long as you don't do anything too stupid, you're cool. But there's a massive inconvenience. No technology, no phones, no TikTok, no YouTube. How can they watch the 6 Yonkos videos? Yeah, I'd rather stay in this world. Meh. Next world, JoJo's. As a regular person, it's pretty much the same. You might notice some weird things happening, but nothing too crazy to impact your life. Stand users are literally drawn to each other, so unless you get caught in a fight between a guy that can make your left balls explode on Tuesday if the sun hits his left eyelid by 12 p.m. and a guy that could turn your piss into hot oil, you're pretty much okay. I'll put this in the reincarnate me right now because I like JoJo's and I'm biased, and I'll risk it all to have a stand, even if it's a 0.001% possibility. I'm taking it. Next, Dragon Ball world. If a villain is not threatening to blow up the planet, they are planning to take over the whole universe. It's one thing or another, but as a regular person, you'll probably not be aware about things like the Tournament of Power, and if a lot of people get killed by villains, Goku could just use the Dragon Balls to bring you back to life like nothing happened. But it depends on what timeline you reincarnate into. If you reincarnate into future Trunks timeline, yeah, I'll put this in terrible. But the regular Goku timeline is not that bad. Aside from the constant threat of blowing up the planet, it's actually okay. They also have significantly advanced technology, so I'll put this in decent/okay. And even if your chances of getting them are slim, you could still find the Dragon Balls and wish to become the richest person on the planet. Next, the One Piece world. People who haven't seen One Piece would probably think it's all roses and sunshine, but it's actually the opposite. If your island isn't ruled by pirates, it's ruled by corrupt navy soldiers. I mean, look at every single member of the Straw Hats. They all have terrible backstories. For an average Joe to even stand a chance, you need a devil fruit. And devil fruits are pretty much a myth to regular people. And even if you get a devil fruit, you still gotta pray it's not a useless ass devil fruit. And let's say you somehow manage to free your island from corrupt marines and pirates. There are still more evil and corrupt people out there, more powerful than the last one you just defeated. And aside from that, you still have to worry about not being a slave, so yeah, terrible. Next, Demon Slayer world. If you are a random person, it's not as bad as many people think it is. Yes, there are demons that eat and kill people, but majority of people in the Demon Slayer world have never heard of the existence of demons. So there are a lot of people who live their whole life in peace, and I'm definitely gonna be one of them. As long as I mind my business, don't go out at night, don't wander off too much, I would be safe. The problem only comes when you start trying to become a demon slayer, then yeah, you're pretty much cooked. If anything, I'd rather become a demon. My survival rate is way higher that way. Plus, there are no phones too, so I'll just put this in terrible. Next is the Blue Lock world. Isn't this just real life? They just have people obsessed with football. As a matter of fact, we have people obsessed with football in real life too, so it's pretty much the same thing. So decent/okay. Next world, My Hero Academia. Everyone gets superpowers, which is great, unless you are unfortunate enough to get something as stupid as a tail or stretchy earlobes or whatever the fuck this is. Then I'd rather remain a normal human like Deku. So would I want to go to this world? It actually depends on what era we are in. If it's during the era where All Might was in his prime, I'd put this in the reincarnate me right now category because it was peaceful and I get to have cool superpowers. But if it's during Deku's era, it's not really terrible too. except during the villain versus hero war. Aside from that, I'd want to go there. They also seem to have better technology than us. So overall, I'll put this in decent/okay. Next world, Attack on Titan. Yeah, I'd rather die than live here, bro. I'll just tell God to make my death painless and peaceful. Nobody in this verse is safe. From the survey corps down to the higher officials, people outside the walls, and even Titan shifters themselves are not safe. If the strongest people in the whole world are not safe, how unsafe would me, a random guy, be? Now, let's say you somehow manage to survive all the Titans eating people, the rumbling, and Titans no longer exist. The PTSD you would get from seeing your neighbors, friends, family get eaten would make me go insane, and I'll constantly live in fear of Titans coming back. Yeah, I'll just go to heaven, bro. Next, Death Note world. If you're scared of going to this world, your ass should already be in jail right now, because Light Yagami only kills criminal and sometimes people that get in his way, but mostly criminals. I would place this in the reincarnate me right now if I get to keep Light Yagami's girl, but if not, it's a decent okay world. Unless you're a criminal, then it's you'd rather wanna die, I guess. Next, Dr. Stone world. Nothing crazy going on in this world, but I'll be mad if I get petrified and Senku wakes me back up and starts yapping about rebuilding civilization with him. I would volunteer myself to the repopulating the planets department though, if you know what I mean. I'll put this in the meh category. Next world, Naruto. Depends on what era, but I'll put this in the meh category because it seems your only choice of having fun in life is becoming a ninja, and the villagers don't seem to have any technology, so long story short, meh. Next world, Tokyo Ghoul. I can't really remember if the whole world is aware of the fact ghouls exist or not, but I'll put this in the terrible category just to be safe. But I'm pretty sure if I mind my business, don't wander off into ghoul territory, and not try to go on a date with strangers, I would be fine. Next world, Berserk. Yep, I'd rather die than come to this world, bro. But if you think about it, if you're not Guts, you're not friends with Guts, you've never seen or spoken to Guts in your whole life, your chances of surviving are higher, because most of the crazy things that are happening is because of him. Don't get me wrong, the Berserk world is still deadly as hell. It's literally medieval times with demons. Imagine being an average person just chilling, maybe going to your farm or something, and you see this, or even this. I might even die from shock from seeing this monstrosity. And if I survive, I would have PTSD for the rest of my life and maybe go insane. Plus, it's medieval times with no technology, and it looks like this place stinks. So yeah, I'd rather go back to Jesus. Next world, Bleach. Now, this world isn't that bad. 90% of the people here are oblivious to what's happening. As a regular person, your existence might be threatened, but you won't know. So I'll give this a decent/okay because no much difference with our regular world. Next world, the One Punch Man world. You know a world is deadly when there is an official system to assess how powerful a monster is. Now let's see, we have Wolf, which is an appearance of a being that might possess a threat. Then we have the Tiger level threats, which are threats to an unspecified number of people. Then Demon, which is a threat to a whole city. Next we have the Dragon level threat, which are threats to multiple cities. Then God level threat, which is a threat to humanity as a whole. So yeah, pretty dangerous. And there's like a demon or tiger level monster popping up every week, killing people and destroying places. I don't want to put One Punch Man in the I'd rather die because I want to go there just because of Fubuki, and the world is not that horrifying, so I'll just put it in terrible. Next world, Tokyo Revengers. Isn't this same with real life? It's just a bunch of kids messing around and beating each other up. If I was in this world, I would definitely not be gang affiliated, so decent/okay. Next world, Jujutsu Kaisen. Like in Bleach, most people have no idea what's happening until the Shibuya incident. Unless you're a Jujutsu sorcerer, you're kind of safe. I put this in the meh category because nothing too crazy if you're not a Jujutsu sorcerer. Next, the Chainsaw Man world. Everybody on the planet is aware of devils, and they live in constant fear of devils. Majority of people have had at least one encounter with a devil in their lifetime. And the worst part is, the more you fear a devil, the more powerful it gets. And let's say you try to play it safe and make a deal with a devil to be able to at least defend yourself against another devil. The devil could ask for some stupid shit like your left balls in exchange of using its powers. And no, I'm not Okarun. I'm not trading my balls for no goddamn superpowers. I'd rather die, bro. Next, is that world End Harem? Reincarnate me there this instant. There is no world I would want to go to more than this. And I would assume I'm a man and I'm one of the few men alive. And if you don't know what happens in this anime, please don't find out. The world needs more innocent people like you. Alright guys, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to smash the like and subscribe button. But don't smash too hard, it's his first time. See you in the next video. Peace.